All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm excited.
What's up, Miata people? I have a brand new good friend, Lexie, and ironically, she has the same color and basically the same deal. She's
Twins!
That's right. She's got the BBS and the Recaro, so she's set up a little different. Mine's just the GT, as we know. But I wanted to ask her, first of all, tell them how we met.
Okay, so Home Depot, I was behind you. We were pulling out of Home Depot and I was behind you and I took a picture and I was like, oh my God, I found my twins. And I like posted on my social media. And I think I pulled up beside you and we like waved to each other and we're like, check it out.
Well, let me clarify. No, you didn't, because I was in this lane,
Okay.
you were in this lane, and then all of a sudden, right behind me, and I see your tattooed hand come out and do me the queen wave. So I immediately, and that's another thing, Miata people do that.
We need to come up with like a new Miata something or other, like a new Miata wave, because not a lot of us have pop-up lights anymore. So it makes me so sad that I can't like wink at people or like flip my lights up for them when I pass them on the road. But like the Jeep people have waves. Like, why can't we? I know I have a bug on me. Oh my God, thank you. Whew.
We get at it.
But like, but the Miata people need like some type of, whether we're going to do a queen wave or a peace sign, which is very retro. I love that too.
Yeah.
Like, well, something like that.
And it's interesting because, I can pick out a Miata person or not, because if they acknowledge you and do that, give you some kind of acknowledgement,
yeah,
it's cool. But then you get these assholes that are oblivious.
Can we say asshole?
Well,
we can now.
I mean, they say shit all the time, so
okay.
Well, let me ask you this. Let's start with like what your first car was.
I had a 91. She was just as old as I was at the time. A 91 Jeep Grand Cherokee. She was purple, like that maroon weird purple that they made back in the day. And she was in the shop like every 3 months, I swear.
Well, it's a Jeep. Yeah. That's going to happen for sure.
Exactly. We knew about it, but it was like a safe car, and I only drove SUVs, trucks, big cars.
You felt safer in those?
Yeah. For like extent of my life, this is my very first car, like low to the ground. I switched from a Ram 1500 and then got this.
It's funny because in the first video I talk about my Mercury and it was 20 foot long, and I say in that video, it's like, it's crazy because this would fit in the trunk of my Mercury.
Yeah.
And
that's like driving a boat.
Well, it is, because it is a boat. That's that one I drug out of the field. This is your first Miata?
Yes, this is my first Miata.
What did you buy it new?
I bought it brand new. I went into Mazda for an SUV after my truck got totaled. I'm okay.
I don't know, is it brand new?
No, I wasn't even in the car at that point when they totaled it. And I was like, sick, okay, cool.
Right.
Right. I'm like, cool, I don't have to pay my payment anymore. But went into Mazda looking for an SUV because my mom was like, oh, like I love my Mazda. She was driving M3 at the time, and went in, saw this on the showroom floor. I was like, I just want to get in it. It was perfect. Is exactly what I wanted. Was black rims, white car, hot. And then I looked inside. I said, oh, it comes as a 6-speed. And I said, do they all come as a 6-speed this year? It was 2020. And they said, nope, this is a special edition. And I said, please put my name on it.
Yeah.
And it took me like 4 days of my mom trying to convince my mom this was a good decision for me. And after that, I was like, she looked at soft tops for me, trying to get me to like have a cheaper car payment, all that stuff. And I was like, nope, this is exactly what I want. And
which is crazy.
First brand new car I bought myself.
Because once you saw it, it was over.
Yeah. It literally picked me. On the showroom floor, I got into it. I felt so comfortable in it. And I was like, I don't want to feel anything else. This is exactly what I was looking for.
Right. I talk about that a little bit in that first video about, because I was just flipping through, well, not flipping through the pages, it was the internet. So I'm scrolling,
Uh-huh.
and there was an aerial photograph of my car, or my first Miata. And when I saw that, it was over. I don't know why we have ants all over us.
Ant farm?
Well, I mean,
Possibly.
we're leaning on ant buddies, but that's okay.
Yeah.
So, and I asked you, um, you kind of went over it, and your mother said, let's find something else that's not as much.
Yeah.
And
She was being a good mom
yeah,
in her way.
and you were being stubborn child going, no. And like you said, it picked you. You didn't have a choice. And
Yeah.
that's exactly how it should be.
I would have found any way to have this specific car. There was I know that like one of your next questions is like what my like original car was, like in my mind, what I loved
what
in
you were going
cars,
to get.
right?
Yeah.
An MG midget.
That's crazy.
It's so crazy, right?
Well, no, they're awesome. But you know what? An MGB GT. They are the MGs with the long drawn out hood, much like this,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And so it's crazy because I love those cars.
Yeah.
And that's partially that. And there's a Jaguar that has these long ass hood like that. And the cockpit's set back, and I mean, it's the same thing.
Same thing with the Triumph, right? Like the Triumph made a car like this because my
Exactly.
granddad had one, and I literally remember being like, that's the style of car I
Yeah.
love.
Yeah.
And they were like, you're 10 years old. That's not even going to happen when you're 16. Like, it's going to be hard to find. And my mom found one when I was 14. It was baby blue, like sky, not even like light sky blue. It was that like bright sign
Right.
color. And from a family friend, bought that. That's how I learned how to drive stick, was because we got the car finally. And I was like, well, you got to teach me how to drive it, right?
What year was that?
It was a 79.
79.
MG.
Did you have to work on it all the time?
No. Okay. So since it was a family friend who like rebuilt the whole entire thing,
Awesome. Awesome.
we just had to give him a case of beer and go hang out with him while he fixed whatever was happening on it, which was perfect, right? And like he sold it to us for super cheap. It was like a ridiculous. Now knowing what I know about cars as I'm older, I'm like, that was such a steal.
Yeah. Those, especially with it rebuilt, you know, because
what a nice guy.
Yeah, and cheap. I mean, I hope it was good beer, not like Pabst.
No, I think it was like I think Stella and Yingling were their favorites at the time. What I remember of my parents drinking.
Let me bring up something that you touched on a little bit. The lines of the car. What do you have experience with stuff like that, or?
I mean, after graphic design, I was kind of like, can I just start drawing up cars and they just make them? Is that how that works? How do you become a car designer? But like, it's interesting because like for certain older cars, I love the bubble style, but also like for newer cars, I love the sleekness. So as much like when I get into like, the late 90s, early 2000s Miatas, I'm kind of like, it almost kind of looks a little bit of a lazy style for me because it's too sleek. But when they finally came out with these like gorgeous, what I would love to say like thigh muscles of the front of the car, like
it's a Coke bottle shape because it bulges out and your doors kind of go in, especially from a top view. It's a Coke bottle shape. That's what they call it. So graphic design and having that eye for lines, is that part of, I mean, you talked about the car chose you, so it kind of fit all the things that you needed and you didn't even know it because you went for something else, and Mazda SUV.
Yeah.
And this is the furthest thing from the Mazda SUV.
Trust me, when I tried to put 2 of my dogs in there, I was like, oh crap, I didn't really think this through because I already had 2 dogs. I didn't think like try to fit them in the car. I mean, they did, but now they have their own car. Dude. I had to get themselves their own car.
Another car for the dogs.
Yeah.
So this is your daily drive, though, correct?
Uh-huh.
That's good. That's the people. And I told you earlier, I'm so glad that it's dirty because that means you drive it.
Yeah.
And don't sit in the garage and wipe it with
No,
a
through the
diaper.
dirt in the fields this thing goes through. Like,
I'm amazed at where I've been in this car. What do you do in the wintertime? Drive another
drive
one?
it.
I have Blizzaks. So
What is that?
Blizzaks are a tire, a snow tire.
Okay.
That and I have that on my stock wheels. Those on my stock wheels, and I switch wheels out. And I've had no issues. I've had SUVs get pissed because I go around them as they're sitting there spinning, and learn how to drive. That's basically. I mean, seriously, that's what it is.
Exactly. That's one of the things I think is so important on any car, but like specifically a rear wheel drive. Edit that out for me.
No, that's going in.
Okay. But like the tires are so important because yeah, I can race in the rain.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like people are like, how is this rear wheel tiny car going through and not hydroplaning? Well, first of all, I know how to drive. Learn how to drive in the rain, the snow, the sun.
Just drive here.
Just drive. Like gas, pedal, long one, just in case anyone needs any help. Hit that.
And you've got Goodyear all seasons.
Yeah.
So that helps. Especially.
And they're highly rated. Like I made sure I got higher. These are higher rated than the last ones. I think the other ones were like V rated, and I think these are Y rated, but like
more versatile.
Yeah, I can go a lot faster because my other ones lasted me. Here's another thing about I felt with high rated tires. They lasted me 6 years before anything happened with them. Like they lasted me so long because I'm not going 160 miles an hour on the highway. You're welcome.
What? This interview's over.
Huh?
I said, what? This interview's over. You don't do
But like I can make it like 125 and it's not going to wreck my tires or create heat that like wrecks my tires for the long run. Like I will have them for another 6 years and be able to go 100 on an average.
So you talked about driving it. What places have you been?
Everywhere. Okay. This thing has taken, my first long drive was a 3-hour drive to New York. I was going to a music festival to work and as a food vendor. And so I drove this up there for my first long trip, which was really nice.
Right.
Then I was living in Baltimore, but I was also dating someone in Kentucky, right? So I had to do that 8-hour drive on a regular. But like this West Virginia, best time ever. Like those, like these, I'm just like, yes, I can do this. Like it's so much fun. It's safe. Like I've never been pulled over in West Virginia. Thank you. Like knock on wood. But I did have some cop that I did not see once pass. I passed the cop and he just flipped his lights on like, just so you're aware, I'm here. And I was like, oh yeah, thanks.
The Queen wave, yeah.
Like, I'm so sorry. Now I'll take it down to 75.
Well, and I know you have in your trunk, you have some stuff, stickers and stuff that we'll look at in a minute.
Yeah, Miata's at the Gap was definitely a blast. I have never learned so much in a short amount of time about what I could do with one of these cars.
And that's another thing too about Miatas is it really does show you what kind of driver you are, and it helps. Mm-hmm. It helps because you do learn, and because just the way they're designed and the way they handle, and the 49-51 balance ratio that we talked about a minute ago, is you don't find that in many other sports cars. I don't care how many hundreds of thousands of dollars they are.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Because we're going to talk about mods here in a minute, but you also had mentioned turbo and supercharger and stuff like that. Why is that? Why?
Okay, cold air intake, because it's going to give in simplest terms, right? Like it gives my engine more air so that I can get a little bit more horsepower because I really am like, as much as I want a turbo, I might be a little bit of a danger to others. So if that really does happen, it's something that I look into. But at least if I can get a cold air intake, I'll get a really cool whoosh, which I love sound. Like That's another reason why we drive these, is you can hear it, you can feel it. It's an experience of the car.
True. True.
Yeah.
There's one thing I do.
You can feel every pothole.
I can drive over a quarter on the road and tell if it's face up or.
Yeah, exactly.
Now,
oh my gosh, that's a good
the
one.
cold air intake. I do want to say that Flying Miata makes a turbo that, even if you put it on your factory warranty, it's that well engineered.
Ooh, nice job,
Flying Miata. I
Brian.
mean, they've been doing it. They've been concentrating on these cars for like 30-something years.
Yeah.
And all they do is Miata stuff. So
that's when I did my muffler. I also tried to keep it on the fact that it wouldn't take away my warranty. It wouldn't be too loud because I was in Virginia when it first started with this car. Like, Virginia's like, no loud cars, don't wake up the neighbors. And so they would have like pulled me over if my car was too loud.
What do you remember where the exhaust came from?
Dude, that was, I literally forget how long I've had this car. Like, we've gone through COVID. I went through COVID with this car, right? So like, I feel kind of like that was a lapse of time where I like lost 2 years, where I'm like, I haven't had this car for 6 years, but the truth is I've had this car for 6 years. And it still feels like it's my brand new car, as much as it has its issues. Not issues, I'm just like, I probably haven't taken the best care of it, but like I said, like, I'm going to drive this into Valhalla.
You
like,
drive it.
I will like probably like make sure that my headstone is as big as the front, because we're burying this whole entire thing with me. Like, this is it. Like, I might love this more than my dogs. Don't tell them I said that.
Ooh, that's pretty hardcore.
Listen,
but
like,
I know.
This just, it gave me like
freedom.
And
it changes. You can get in one of these and just go for a ride, and everything else disappears.
Yeah.
Your stress, your your stuff that's going on, and you can get in this and run through the gears, go through the twisties, just live, and all that stuff disappears. Yeah. This is the closest thing to a motorcycle that I've ever found.
I was just thinking that exact same thing, because when I got my motorcycle's license, I was like, do I really want to like go fast where I'm not protected, knowing that I literally have at least a little bit more of a bubble, but get the same like thrill as the motorcycle.
Understood.
Yeah,
definitely. What was that motorcycle? Did you buy one, or you just got your license?
I just got my license. Okay. And I didn't get one in Maryland or the DMV, because
that's
traffic is
that's a whole different.
It's like just unsafe, and I have a lot of bad stories about other people, so but we all do, so we all understand where I'm coming from, where I'm just like, the best thing to do is not be dangerous. Like, push the limit, but like also know where you can be safe and continue to drive this every day, instead of like having to like put down a bike for 3 months because you are in the hospital. Like, that really sucks. Yeah, you don't get the joy.
That's what I like to say, is this is my motorcycle with airbags.
Yeah, exactly. Like, the wind noise on this thing, and no one can be talking to me in my side seat. Like,
that's the only thing I don't like, is the buffeting on the hard tops, on the retractables, because the wind buffets right there by your,
Yeah.
And there's no way to fix it. It either looks cool or is noisy. So I'll do look cool.
Yeah.
Community. Tell me what this is. Have you reached out? Are you part of a community or part of other Miata?
I like to think so. I mean, of course, like, because we all drive 2-seaters, like, we're kind of lone wolves. We're okay with taking like that long drive, or like packing our tent camping stuff and doing long road trips in this by ourselves, because like, you can pick one person that you think is cool enough to come with you in this car.
It's funny, because in that first video I say, yeah, I can take this car, I can fit a coffee mug, and that's about it. But if you take somebody, you really have to like them, because you're right there. But that's a very good point. You mentioned before about women with Miatas.
Yeah. Okay. So
tell me some about those.
Yeah. Once I bought it, like, that's another thing that kept me in love with the Miata, is the community is so cool. Everybody's so different. Like, I found immediately, like, it became my personality. Then I got accepted into, like, women with Miatas on Facebook, and like Miatas at the Gap on Facebook. And then there's like um, NDs for like in the country. You can find like certain people have ones based on state, which is just, I think, is amazing. We've
Yeah.
talked about that too,
Yeah.
to like get people who are like a Miata community in Lexington, so we can do something like this. But like, you have 12 Miatas lined up in all different types of,
They're
all
used
different
to,
years, all different
yeah.
shapes. Everybody
Well, it's
has
a
their
Miata.
own.
NA, NB,
Yeah.
B1 and 2, NC,
Right.
ND. They're Miatas. It doesn't matter. And some people like certain ones better than, you know.
Yeah.
But
Different strokes for different folks, but definitely continue like whatever you like. I love a
yeah,
pop-up light too. Like,
yeah.
but at the same time, this is what the one I fell in love with, and this was achievable for me. So that's where I was like, yeah. But now, of course, I'm like, well, now I want a 91 so it can be just as old as I am. And like, I can wink at people.
You're telling them how old you are, so don't, because I don't want to say how old I am. But
that was only like 10 years ago. I'm only 16.
right. I started driving when I was 14, right?
Yeah.
I understand. I know you have some stuff in your trunk, which we'll look at in a minute. And this is one thing that I don't want this channel to be, as a review channel, because as you and I both know, there's a bunch of them out there, and they all say the same thing. They whine about the same thing. The top takes 13 seconds to go up or down. It's like that.
Have we all counted that?
What the hell? It's like, if you can't judge, don't. Yeah, you can do it at a stoplight. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
But those guys are just reviewing a car.
Yeah.
They don't know what Miatas are. There are very few out there that I do appreciate. And I'll put a couple links below. There's several websites where guys and women just work on their Miatas. So they're not trying to, they do all of it themselves.
Yeah.
And that's what these are about. You know, that's what this is about. So let's do this. Let me get this and pull this up.
Okay.
Open your trunk up.
Okay.
And then we can talk about some of those, some of those places.
So I saw someone do this at the Gap, where they stickered their inside, and I was like, perfect, because this is my Bentley. I'm like, do you put a bumper sticker on a Bentley? Obviously, I have my decals, because when I got this, I was like, I'm gonna learn how to wrap cars, and this is the car I learned to wrap cars on too.
Yeah.
But like, I wanted to be able to keep all the stickers that people give me, and like keep them as memories. But like, it makes me so happy just to open my trunk and be like, oh my gosh, remember all of my memories?
They tell a story.
Yeah.
And that's what this
exactly
is. You know?
Yeah.
So talk to me about, obviously you've been to the Dragon.
I have been to the Dragon, and I actually have this was the whole map of stickers. Awesome. So eventually that will probably go on something, but love the map because it was so many twists and turns, and it was an amazing drive. So pretty through the trees, 2-lane road. I know that like,
and there was with a group, right?
And it was with about like 3 to 5. I swear there were 5,000 Miatas there, but like maybe more like 3,000 Miatas just in one field together.
Isn't that cool?
It was so cool. And like, I can show you pictures as well, like the
I definitely want your stills, because they'll go in.
Yeah, seeing all the people who have done so many amazing things to their Miatas, it's just really cool to me how much personality it gives us. Fly Miata. Yeah. They were there they were one of the vendors there at it. And
they have a summer camp. I think it just happened. Maybe, I don't know. I need to check my dates, but it just went down, and they have dedicated drives. And it's all theirs. Mm-hmm. There's no other vendor. It's Flying Miata and their stuff, and people drive cross country to be part of that.
And I didn't know about it until I had gone there. I was like, oh, Fly Miata. Now, like, the only place I'll be like, okay, let me like search for parts and learn about it. Fly Miata.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's a really good resource to have for us.
Well, and again, like, you know, their company is Miata, you know, and they're designers and engineers that only work on Miatas. So we don't talk about the T, but here's your Miatas at the Gap.
Yeah. So I started this right after Miata's at the Gap because I met a girl who gave me all these raccoon stickers too, and I was like, dang, I should have brought my own stickers, so I could get that. So that's one of the things I'm
That's the
looking at.
best one. Raccoon on a bike.
This one's my favorite. He's
What?
just like, we're having a good time.
Now who is this?
So Killboy does the photographs on the Dragon. Your car looks like you. Like that is your style of design. Like your rims, your wheels, like your taillights, same thing for me. Like everything has its place for what I wanted it to be. Like I wanted it to be louder. I wanted it to be flashy. I wanted that, like, this is, I mean,
yeah,
it became my personality. I had people coming up and it was like, oh, I see your car and now I get you.
Again, we talked about people that buy them and drive them on the weekends or wipe them with a diaper in their garage, and but you live in this car. You
oh no, yeah, you
car.
can definitely tell so I started a challenge with myself in the winter. It's like, how low can the temperature go for me to be comfortable with my top off?
40 degrees.
Yeah.
40 degrees.
40 degrees with hat, gloves, and a scarf.
You've got heated seats.
And I have heated seats, and
right?
I wish I had a heated steering wheel.
It'd be nice. Miata, you listening? Because I would love that too.
Please.
I would love that too.
That would be phenomenal.
And let's just take a cruise around and just look at. So you definitely have the Brimbos.
And that was another thing that attracted me to cars before was brake caliper colors.
Yeah.
So that was something that I was like, oh, that's perfect. So I redid my stick shift, and then I found these tiny little hoodies, which I just think are so cute.
What are you talking? Oh, for the, I see.
For which I tell people, I'm like,
Little Red Riding Hood.
On a hot day, when your stick shift is hot, if you put the hood up, it won't be as hot. If it's cold, put the hood up, it won't be as cold, so you won't freeze your hand while you're driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I love that you drive it. I mean, that's what they're for. And that's what, again, I've talked to many people on this channel and about a lot of stuff. And there's some that just like,
I have
again, weekend drivers or take, go out and get ice cream or whatever. And that's fine. They love that car too.
Yeah.
But it's different when you daily drive it, because then you're committed. Then that car is you, and you're not being a wanker. Tell me what else you want to tell me about how much you love this car, because you're definitely made out of people.
Yeah, I think that it's an amazing thing to be a part of. It really does bring you into a community without you even, if you buy your first Miata, like you're into a community that you don't even realize you're in. And then all of a sudden you start seeing that people talk to you because of your car, and they're like, they want to tell you the stories about like their Miatas and how many times they've had it as well. And like, or like, oh, I like somebody once upon a time took me in one of these and it was like the funnest time I've ever had. And I'm like, we all have stories about it. If
going through a drive-through,
yeah,
they're always going, I like your car, because I have to reach up to get my food, especially with the top up. When it's down, it's much easier. But Lexie, awesome, man. This has been such a good thing. And you've shown me and shown them that Miata people are different. And we take these and make them our own, and they become who we are.
Yeah. Totally.
So
it is definitely like having an extra, it's another family member to me. Like 100%, which is kind of weird. But
you like it more than your dogs.
Yeah.
But well, listen, man, I want to thank you. I know you drove in from Louisville. Is it 60 something miles? Depends on what side of Louisville. But
it felt like 60 miles, but it is 70. But like, that's when I can clear the roads, those are the good times for me in this car, is like late at night.
Cruise control in these is awesome.
Yeah.
You said it and you're just.
Okay.
So, yeah, I appreciate you coming down and helping me with this, because it's not about these, so to speak. It's about what these do for us,
Yeah.
Can I ask you, when you bought it, what the tag was?
I think it was like 40.
Yeah.
I think, I want to say it was like 40.
Because of the BBS and Recaros, they jack up a bunch more money on it.
Which I was like, actually very surprised about, because I mean, I know people have lived with like cheaper cars and getting nicer cars for cheaper, but like that was a very good price for the amount of fun that I have in this car and
Agreed.
where it's taken me and how many I've never had an issue.
Yeah.
I've never had to be like, oh crap, now I have to have mechanical, electric, something fixed on it.
It's not a Ford that has a recall every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it's totally worth it for me. And like that, I mean, I think I was 28 when I bought it. It wasn't in my budget, but like it was something that I really wanted, and you can always make something that you want happen as long as you want it.
And that's an awesome place for us to wrap this up. But again, I want to thank you for driving in. I know that, again, we met because of Miata.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm really glad I have a good friend. I have a Miata person with me, and that's awesome. So Lexie,
definitely, it gives you someone to reach out to too, as well. Like when you're a part of the community, you can ask a question, whether it's a stupid question or not, and somebody will answer you.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's honestly, that's what I'm building this channel into.
Yeah.
You know, so thank you.
Thanks.
You're awesome.
I'm so glad we did this.